Hey guys, and welcome back to another video. I hope you are all doing well. In this week's video, I wanted to look at my new website and show you guys my new website and just talk a bit about it, how I went through and built it and who I used and everything basically, and my thoughts for what I'm going to be doing to it in the future and what I'm going to do to it now. I've had a website for a couple of years. I've had a website, yeah, for about, I'd say about 3 years now, but I've been using Divi and WordPress or Divi, one of the two. I think it's the same sort of thing. And I've always struggled with updating things and just wanting to change things, and it's very difficult to be able to get your head around it and get to know Divi or WordPress or whatever it was, the system I was using, to get your head around it, to be able to edit things easily and update it, kind of like just a portfolio. So I could continuously update my images and update things that were for sale or bits and bobs, and I really struggled with it, and I persisted with it for a couple of years, and it got to the point where I wanted to try and have more of an online presence with regards to websites, because I think my website before didn't really do my work justice and do what I do justice. And finally at the start of this year decided to sack off that way of doing it and finally go down the way of doing Squarespace. This video is not sponsored by anybody, it's not sponsored by Squarespace. I just thought I would share with you my experience on how I built my website. So this is my new website. It is benkapur.co.uk if you'd like to go and have a little look and have a little browse. And yeah, this is the new website. This is my homepage. And I wanted to have a really bold statement for my homepage. I'm from Lyme. The Cobb is kind of like my home really, and I really wanted a really good image of the Cobb as my homepage. And as you can see there, I managed to get this shot the other day with that Sigma 14mm, and yeah, works really well as a header. And I wanted to have a little bit of blurb on the front page, some nice juicy SEO text about me, who I am, the achievements I've done, a YouTuber, ambassador for Lumix, that sort of thing. Have a couple of nice good pictures of me and just make it look really nice and pleasing. That's what I've tried to do here on my new site. And as we scroll down here lower and lower, there's little bits here about my portfolio and links to my special edition and limited edition prints, and also my YouTube channel. So I wanted my website to mainly be orientated around my YouTube channel, because this is my main work really when I think about my photography. It's all about getting nice images and work, and also documenting everything I do with regards to YouTube. So I wanted my YouTube to be kind of like the main sort of focus on my website. And on the front page, on my homepage here, we've got my latest YouTube video, which I'll update every single time, and also some featured YouTube videos, which are personal favorites of mine, and some like recent ones, and just ones that have, like, you know, stuck with me, a bit like that cloud inversion at Colmers Hill, that's there on the right. Just absolutely loved that morning, it was so good. So yeah, I wanted my homepage to be a little bit about that and have links to my YouTube and links to also my Instagram down the bottom there as well, but mainly my YouTube. I wanted my website to be orientated around YouTube, and to get any traffic to just check me out, because, you know, that's what I do most of. And with regards to color, I went with a grey theme. I see a lot of people use white and a lot of people use black. White, I understand, if you sell a lot of prints and stuff, it can look very appealing on a white background because you print on white paper. Black obviously looks really good because of dark modes on phones, but I want it to be a little bit different and have grey. I've gone with grey for now. I'm not sure I'm going to keep it, but I like it. This is my about page, and on here we've got links to my Facebook, my YouTube page, and everything else, and my Instagram, and also my YouTube. And on here it's a bit how I started with regards to starting my landscape photography in secondary school, and also shooting portraits and weddings and that sort of thing. Bits about me, achievements, winning Scotland's Photo of the Year, and links to other pages in my website. But a couple of really nice catchy images there of me, and yeah, it's just a general about page to, you know, let people know who I am and what I do, and yeah, just that's it really. Pretty straightforward. Moving on to the next page, I've got my portfolio. So in my portfolio, I've got some of my best work, or what I think is my best work. This is my portfolio, so I'm going to be updating this bit by bit, week by week and image by image, if and when I get any nice new images. But I consider these ones to be my best ones and my best work, and bit by bit I'm going to be adding into my portfolio and keeping my portfolio up to date. And it's really important when it comes to websites, scaling down your images so that you get quick load speeds. And I only recently learned this, and I was really struggling with my last site when it came to load speeds. When you actually click on, say, portfolio, and it takes like 2 or 3 seconds to load up. That's to do with the size of your images. So I spent time going through my Lightroom catalog, resizing everything down so it's really, really small. And most of these images here are about 100 or 200 kilobytes at max. So yeah, they've been squashed and scaled down really, really small so that load speeds on my websites are really fast, and that also helps with your Google rankings. So if you haven't done that, maybe take the time to go back through all your portfolio and scale your images down really, really small, and it really helps. It really helps a lot. So yeah, that's some of my best work, or what I consider to be some of my best images in there, and yeah, some really, really nice images there from Iceland and locally and Scotland and the lakes and stuff I'm really proud of in there. So I wanted a YouTube page on my website. I haven't really seen it on people's websites before, but I wanted to have it because, like I said, YouTube is kind of like the main thing I do really. When I go out, I'm always thinking about how can I create content for YouTube. And I wanted a little header up the top there with some of my favorite clips at the top of my YouTube page so that people can see that I'm a YouTuber. I talk about, you know, tips and tricks and vlogging when I'm out and about, and all the lovely places I get to visit with my camera, or used to be able to visit. And yeah, a little bit about me. The biggest part of my life obviously being YouTube and the opportunities and things that it's brought for me. And then a few of my favourite videos at the moment. So there's one there from Wistman's Wood, there's a what's in my camera bag video, and then just below we've got a bit more blurb and another nice picture that was taken by one of my buddies, Pete Elliott, down on the south coast of Dorset. And I need to get back out there sometime because it was a lovely, lovely spot, and we had a lovely, lovely morning as well. But yeah, bit of blurb about me and why I started YouTube, to build confidence in front of the camera and just help things. And it's opened up so many doors for me being on YouTube, and yeah, I like being able to bring you guys along and show you what I do, and hopefully it gives you inspiration in your photography and just inspiration to get out and drag yourself out on those early mornings. So a couple more of my favourite videos at the bottom there, and I plan to add to this page quite a bit more because I want a bit more blurb in there, so maybe some more videos, and just as I go, more and more images, and kind of build on this page because then it can take people over to my YouTube and then can see exactly what I do. So what I think is going to be a really popular page on my website is my gear. So I made a gear page. I see quite a lot of YouTubers do this, and I thought I would make a gear page. And in here are links to all the gear that I use, from my Lumix cameras to my case filters to my Shimoda bags. There's also a cheeky discount code there for Shimoda if you want to go and grab something from them. Pop Kapur 10 in at the checkout and grab yourself 10% off. But yeah, there's all sorts of links there to all the gear I use, all the lenses I use, my vlogging camera, the vlogging camera lenses, filters, bags, tripods, and then also obviously I've got my what's in my camera bag video that I posted just a couple of weeks ago. I wanted to get that video out for when my new website launched so that people can see for themselves on the video exactly what I'm using. And then also down at the bottom there's a couple of Amazon links to gear that I use all the time, so things like my coat, my Montane trousers, Vallerret, tent, that sort of thing. So if you wanted any ideas for your gear and your bag, and yeah, we're a bit stuck, do come and have a little look and see if there's anything there that catches your eye, because I'm always adding gear to my kit. It just never stops, does it, with landscape photography? It really doesn't. So another page I wanted to add onto my website was a blog. So I haven't really had the time in the past to be able to write blogs. I'd like to. Obviously I make video blogs for YouTube all the time, and I'm always trying to give out nice content for you guys, and I wanted to have a blog on my old website, but again, it was so difficult to use. I never got round to actually learning how to do it properly, and it was just one of those things that I never ever did. And on Squarespace, it really is so easy to do this. So in my spare time, I could be jotting stuff down in a notebook about say like top tips for a 16 to 35mm lens, and then write them down in a Word document, drop it into Squarespace, a couple of images to go along with it, and then that's it. Nice and easy, really simple. And I think I put this blog post together in about 20 minutes, and it was really easy. Just click, drag and drop and move things around, and then put links into my other pages so that people can stay on my website if they want to have a look at other things. And then eventually over time I'll start adding more blogs and more blogs so that people can stay there and have a little read about what I do, my top tips, and then hopefully as well link it to my YouTube channel so that the blog actually relates to a YouTube video. So a bit like this blog here being top tips for a 16 to 35mm lens, I've got a video on my YouTube channel already about my top tips for a 16 to 35mm lens. And also 3 lenses that you need or that are essential for landscape photography, and it kind of all ties together really nicely. Moving on now to my shop. I've slowly been adding limited and special edition prints to my shop. I've only got a few in there at the moment, and I'm going to be adding them bit by bit, my favourite ones anyway. And then eventually I'll put in my 2022 calendar later on in the year, and then any other little bits and bobs that I might create in the future. In here obviously is my special and limited edition prints at the moment, and yeah, if you haven't checked them out, do go and check them out. There's things there like my Storm of Store image that won Scotland's Photo of the Year, and one of my favourite images of all time, this one from Mount Kirkjufell. And yeah, that evening was amazing. If you haven't watched that video, I'll link it just here. Do go and watch that one. It was absolutely stunning. But yeah, there's little bits in there that you can pick fine art prints or canvases or whatever you want really. And then lastly, a contact page. Nice and straightforward. Name, last name, email and message. And it's good to have a contact page on your website because then people can contact you, obviously. So I just want to quickly show you guys how easy it really is to actually build a website. I think all in all, I was pretty much maybe 6-8 hours, I guess, of my time to build this website from start to finish. I'm obviously going to be adding to it over time, but it just makes it so easy to be able to just change things whenever you want and move things around. You've got all sorts of different ways of configuring pages. There's layouts already for you, or you can build them from scratch, and you can literally just click edit, click add image, add video, add words, add images, add anything basically, and it just really is so easy to just click and drag and drop and move things around wherever you want. And as long as you've scaled down your images, like I said earlier on, load speeds can be really quick, and you can just do absolutely everything you want. Different fade-ins to make everything look nice when you scroll down the pages. You can have pop-ups come up if you've released a new print or a calendar's gone on sale or something. And just the general ease of use is just so user-friendly. And I've had a couple of issues doing things over the last couple of weeks when I've been doing it, and getting in contact with their customer service is dead easy, and you can just pretty much do everything you want to do on the chat. And you can just head over to the website, go to contact us, and then just go into the little chat bar thing, and then within 5 minutes they've pretty much solved your problems, and you're away creating again and moving things around and just creating everything that you want there, that you've got in your mind. You can put it there, and as long as you take the time to make things look aesthetically pleasing and how you want to, you can really make a nice compelling website. And people can go on there, enjoy being on there, and enjoy looking at you and what you do. And as you can see down the left here, I've got all my pages, and obviously I'm going to be adding to them in the future. There's my portfolio page, my YouTube page, etc. And you just click on it, and then you just click edit, and you can just change things around just literally at a click of a finger. It is so easy to just add things and just move things around, and I love it how they've just fine-tuned everything to make it really user-friendly. That's worth its weight in gold to me. I've been struggling for years to be able to do just this, and it's been very difficult and very time-consuming. And this is just so easy. And now I feel like I've freed up enough time so that I can now write blogs, and now give my YouTube more time, and now give my editing more time, and just give everything else more time, and not feel like I've been dragged back online by my website. And that's kind of how I felt before. Like I was a little bit like I was producing nice images and good videos, and then my website was just a bit, not so good. Now it's great. It's up there and it looks really good, and you can just change everything around if you want to just have a little refresh, and it's not going to take ages. You don't have to get in contact with a website designer. And honestly, if you weren't very computer literate, you could build a website on here within an hour or so. You could get the main pages there, all the templates are there for you. All you got to do is add the text and the images really, and you're away. It really is that simple, and I love how simple that is. It just makes it so easy for the user. So yeah, there's a quick look into my new website. I hope it has been a bit informative for you. Do go and have a look at my new website, and if there is any changes or things you think I should add to my website, please do let me know. But I will be constantly updating things and moving things around until I kind of I'm happy with how everything looks. And obviously when you get new work and new images come in, I'm going to be adding them in the future as well, and also to the print page on my store, and then anything else that I'll be selling in the future. But do go and have a look, and if you have any comments obviously that you can feed back towards me, and things that I should add or could add, or change around, or any spelling mistakes, that's something I'm not very good with, is spelling. Do let me know down in the comments, and do go and have a look at Squarespace if you're not already with them, because for the prices and everything else that goes along with it, it really is worth its weight in gold. And I'm glad I finally bit the bullet and did it this year, because already I'm starting to see the benefits and free time and just everything looking so much better. Having Squarespace is to me, and I can already see the benefits already. So I'm going to wrap this one up here. I know it's dragging on, so if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do consider clicking subscribe down below. Give us a like, tell us what you think down in the comments, and I will see you guys in the